I cannot believe I didn't make a video on this. What is up, Crown Vic Crew? Welcome back to another video. As you guys can see by the title, I cannot believe I've never made a video like this on my channel before, which is pretty surprising. I think I have almost 80 videos now, and I've been scrolling through them, and I was like, I can't believe I didn't cover this topic. And I've talked about it many times on my channel before, perks of a Crown Vic, this and that, but I never made an official video on why you should buy a Crown Vic. At least I don't think so. If I have, then it's a double upload. I'm going to be covering every single topic. I even made bullet points right here, as you guys can see, because a lot of you guys said I repeat myself in my videos a lot, so I've been trying to improve on that. Like I said again, this whole YouTube thing, I wasn't expecting it to take off, so everything is still kind of new to me, you know, this talking in front of the camera and stuff. But anyways, you guys can see the snow is finally sort of kind of melting. It melted all on my hood finally. My roof still got a lot of snow on it, and the trunk's almost all melted. Thankfully, this whole week's supposed to be really nice, no more snow. So I hope it continues to stay warm like it is now, melt the rest of the snow, because as you guys saw last video, I almost lost my Crown Vic. If you guys haven't checked that video out, the link will be in the description under a previous video. Go check it out. It was crazy. But yeah, basically, long story short, I basically slid on ice and almost wiped my Crown Vic out completely. It was crazy. Just go check out the video for yourself. But anyway, I'm going to be giving you guys the best reason why you guys should buy a Crown Victoria, specifically a Police Interceptor, only because you guys will see in a little bit. Alright guys, so the first reason why you guys should buy a Crown Victoria Police Interceptor is pretty simple. Probably one of the most, known things about these cars is how cheap they are. You can buy these cars insanely cheap. Now, I've said it multiple times throughout my channel, depending on where you live, the condition of the car, the year of the car, that all determines the factors, but you will never see a Crown Vic for like $20,000, you know what I mean? Anywhere, I mean, in the United States anyway. I know there's some places that these cars are valued extremely high, but I mean, if you want a decent Crown Vic, like kind of low, all right, we'll say 70,000 miles, decent Crown Vic, we'll say a 2008, mine's a 2010, but we'll say a 2008, you're probably going to be spending around $4,000, which is pretty cheap, especially what you're getting for the car. Yes, you can get Crown Vics in a little bit worse shape, a little bit of DIY for cheaper. I've known some of my buddies that, I mean, they needed an alternator replaced or they needed a new fender and they only paid $900, $1,000. So these cars are insanely cheap. With them being so cheap, there's just so much other things that follow behind that. It's almost like it's too good to be true, but a lot of people don't realize it. Now, the Crown Victoria is extremely durable. These cars were literally built to last. I hit a deer at 14 miles an hour, and the only thing that happened was this. That's it. If that was any other car, I guarantee you this whole fender would be bent in. My light was smashed, but it wasn't that bad. I did replace it, obviously. And obviously, I didn't get this fixed yet because I don't have the money as of right now to fix it. I have other things I got to worry about. But that's just, that's just an example right there. But also, the Crown Vic was one of the last American sedans, I believe, to have a body-on-frame design. Now, if you guys don't know what a body-on-frame design is, what it means is basically the body sits on the frame. So it's two separate pieces bolted on together, rather than the new cars, which are unibody design, which everything is together. So the body and the frame are just merged together, while this one, it's two separate pieces. And everyone says that the body on frame is so much better because it adds more weight to the vehicle. I don't remember the exact specifics of it, but a lot of people do say the body on frame is just so much stronger. Also, when you buy a Crown Vic, you are not getting anything more than a beast of a car, meaning power-wise. A lot of people think that the Crown Vic Police Interceptor is a slouch, is this and that. Oh, it has all this equipment, blah, blah, blah. Not really. For the price you're getting, for the reliability you're getting a 250 horsepower, 4.6-liter V8 that pumps out almost 300 pound-per-feet torque. That is insane for the price you're getting. I guarantee you will not find another car this reliable, this cheap, with the power that you're getting like a Crown Vic. Now you guys are probably thinking to yourselves, all right, well, it's got good amount of power, it's very reliable, it's a heavy car, so that must mean the gas is insane. It being a V8, this thing must chug through gas like it's nobody's business. Not really. It also depends how you drive it, how hard you drive it, obviously, will determine that factor. But to fill up a Crown Vic gas tank, you guys take a guess down in the comments real quick what you guys think it will take to fill up your Crown Vic.
2 hours later.
All right, so I hope you guys have your answers, because it is around $25 to $35, $40 maybe max to fill up a tank in a Crown Victoria. I had someone come up to me and say, you know, how much does it fill up? You know, blah, blah, blah. I was scared about getting these cars because people said it would cost $100 to fill up. Absolutely not. Nowhere even close to $100 to fill up. The Crown Vic might not be the best car on gas, hands down, absolutely, but it also isn't the worst either, and it doesn't take much to fill up. I usually fill up my Crown Vic once a week, $35. Sometimes I go a little bit further. I drive it a little bit harder, so I end up filling it up maybe like once, and then probably like towards the end of the week, I'll, you know, fill it halfway. So at the end of the week, I'll usually spend like $40 to $5 filling up my Crown Vic, which is not bad. And also another point, the newer Crown Vics have this gas cap right here, which means it can take E85, aka flex fuel, whereas the older Crown Vics cannot. And basically E85 is essentially better to, you know, better for your car to run on, this and that. There's mixed reviews on that, and I just dropped my bullet points. Some people say E85 is better, E87, whatever. I use regular. We got low price, really good reliability. You're getting some good power out of this vehicle. So what else? Well, it keeps going. The positives keep going on why you guys should buy a Crown Victoria Police Interceptor. The next thing is safety. Let me just put this in perspective to you. If you're driving on the highway, okay, and you see this beast rolling up behind you, are you going to stay in that lane, or are you going to move over? You're going to move over, and most likely you're going to slow the F down. Whether you're going the speed limit, you're still going to slow down. Because even I do that in my car when I see, you know, a state trooper or something. You know, I'll move over to the side and I'll just, you know, kind of cruise the speed limit. But in reality, when people see a car like this, they're going to drive safer around you. Now, I say that throughout my videos all the time. You guys see this all the time. People drive slow. They see me. They're about to cut me off, and then they hit their brakes to let me go. So having an accident with one of these cars, I'm not saying it can't happen, because it can, but it's very, very, very slim, I would say. It's more slim than you driving any other car, because when people see this car, they react a lot different to when you're just driving a normal, you know, regular everyday civilian car. So that's my point on safety. And you can tell any Crown Vic owner out there, you know, people see this car and they kind of just like, oh, okay, let me just drive safe, you know what I mean? And I can honestly say from experience driving this car for 1 year, driving this car, I've never felt more safe in this car than in any other car I've driven. You know, I had people on the highway when I was in my mom's Impala flying up on my rear, you know, freaking cutting me off, this and that. In this car, I've had a couple instances like that, but very rarely. So that's the next positive point on why you guys should buy a Crown Vic Police Interceptor, is safety. Also, not to mention, you have this freaking behemoth of a freaking push bar, which has many different uses. Example, last video I got pulled out. Someone they put the chain or whatever right there and pulled me right out. So you know, that even adds to safety right there. I had to do the next part inside because I'm getting a little cold. The next part is low maintenance. Now, what do I mean by low maintenance? Well, let me just turn on my car for a second and kind of just show you guys where I'm at for mileage, and we'll go on from there. So I'm at 105,101 miles, and I have done nothing, absolutely nothing to this car besides oil changes. And I've bought this car with 83,000 miles. I've had it for 1 year, and that is the only thing I've ever had to do with this car is oil changes. So these cars are extremely, extremely low maintenance. I know people with Crown Vics that have 165,000 miles. I know people who have Crown Vics with 180, 200,000, and the only things they've done was maybe an alternator replacement, maybe brakes, but most of it is just oil changes. With that low maintenance, I'm going to get to cheap parts. Now, if anything does happen to your Crown Vic, parts are extremely cheap. When I say extremely cheap, I mean like you can literally buy a whole new Crown Vic motor. Well, maybe not brand new, maybe used for like $800, maybe $500. Obviously, if you get it installed somewhere, it'll be a lot more expensive because you need to pay labor and stuff like that. That's not the point. We're talking about parts themselves are cheap. Now, I mentioned before my front headlights. The whole setup you guys can get for $60. That means the 2 front headlights and the 2 side markers for $60. Brand spanking new with bulbs inside of them. That's cheap. Considering some cars, just for the headlight alone, is $60. Never mind coming with a bulb or anything like that. So, alright guys, so the last point I'm going to cover is probably, these cars are very easy to upgrade, meaning if you guys don't like the police Interceptor look, but this video somewhat inspired you guys to go out and buy an ex-cop car, you don't like, you know, the cop look, I guess you can say, these cars are extremely easy to upgrade, meaning, you know, for example, the hubcaps, easy to take off, spotlight, easy to remove, push bar, easy to remove, or in reverse, easy to put on. Grill, easy to take out, put up a new one. I mean, that's kind of with any car, but what I'm talking about easy upgrades is in here, the engine. It is very easy to upgrade parts in the Crown Vic engine, you know, aka air intake, manifold, stuff like that, because this car shares a lot of same parts with the Ford Mustang. So upgrading this vehicle is very easy, you know, exhaust, stuff like that, and they're also cheap like I mentioned again. So on that note, I'm going to say that overall, that is why you guys should buy a Crown Vic. You got cheap, reliability, power, safety. I mean, what else can you guys want in a car, you know? Alright guys, so on that note, I'm going to end the video off here. If you guys have any questions, you guys can message me on Instagram. That's probably the easiest way to get in contact with me, or you guys can leave a comment down here on YouTube. I'll try to get to it. Sometimes I don't really see all the YouTube comments because I'm always getting ready for the next YouTube video, so I'm already, you know, thinking of ideas and stuff like that. But if you guys want to get in touch with me, ask me any questions about the Crown Vic, feel free to. My Instagram's on the screen right now. Go direct message me on there. And on that note, I'm going to end the video off here. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned a little something and go out there and buy your own Crown Vic, because these things are beasts. So on that note, I'm going to end the video. I will see all of you guys in the next one.
It's delicious.